This is ThriveCasters.
Thriving, not surviving.
Tackling youth issues that matter to you.
Hi everybody, welcome to ThriveCasters. We are a youth-led podcast spreading good news within the West Midlands and featuring people who are doing positive things to keep young people safe. I'm Waseelah and I am one of the hosts that we have here at ThriveCasters, and with me I have Ashlee and Haatim. Ashlee, do you want to introduce yourself, and Haatim?
Okay, so my name is Hattie and I'm 20 years old. I've lived in Birmingham most of my life. Apart from ages 5 to 7, I lived in Emirates, and ages 11 to 13, I lived in Saudi Arabia. So both of my parents are reverts to Islam. So I was born a Muslim. I am half Jamaican, half English, and I often find it hard to summarize my character or my background because I've got quite a diverse background. For instance, I'm a Muslim, and I've also I've got a lot of non-Muslim family. I've lived in Muslim countries, and I'm also currently living in a non-Muslim country. I was born in Small Heath, but I've also had an insight into a more comfortable life, in Emirates and places like that. And yeah, I wouldn't say I'm your average, person who grows up in these type of areas, But yeah, so I'll get into a few of my interests. So I enjoy things like, first of all, exercise. I also enjoy intelligent discussions, so on topics like religion, politics, sociology, and I enjoy reading, although I don't read enough anymore. And on the topic of sociology, just to tie it back into the theme of this podcast, I particularly am interested in social norms, cultural diversity, and youth reform. So I'll hand it over to you, Ashlee.
That sounds sweet. Hi, my name's Ashlee. I am 25. Born and raised in Birmingham. Both grandparents are from Jamaica, so they emigrated over here and, set up a new life, which was great. And yeah, we are kind of like the second, third generation now, kind of branching out into UK society. So yeah, I'm a writer, so I write plays, poetry, spoken words. I also do radio presenting on a station called Switch Radio. And I also am a youth facilitator. So I work with young people with different organizations, mainly outside of schools, but do come into schools at points as well, which is really cool. I think most of my hobbies kind of revolve around like just culture and arts and just taking as much art as I can. I love music just to death. I love poetry and spoken word, like I said before. So usually at Poetry Jam, you can catch me there pretty much every Thursday when it's on, after lockdown. And yeah, I love reading. I'm a big fan of movies as well. But most of my passions and hobbies kind of revolve around like art, education, politics, religion, and identity. Like, how do we form an identity as like ethnic minority, second, third generations from immigrants? How do we form that and also keep ourselves authentic? So that is pretty much me.
Nice. What's your favorite film?
Oh, you're asking a lot now.
You said that you like films. Like, there's got to be a favorite.
Okay, so it's a mixture between an old Hollywood movie. My mum used to love old Hollywood. He had an old Hollywood movie called Imitation of Life. That is just a bad boy movie. Watch it if you can. And then I'm going to say, and this is going to sound so cheesy, Gladiator is one of my favorite movies. Like, I love it. It's everything. So yeah, here we go.
Makes perfect sense.
You know what, sorry?
Ip Man.
Yes. And I love video games as well. I love video games.
Okay.
Nice. So I guess it's only me now. So I'm Waseelah. I am 23, born and raised in Warsaw. I've been here all of my life until my time at uni, where I was in Lancaster, so a million miles from here, it feels like. So yeah, I studied religious studies, and I'm currently doing my master's degree in history. But I'm an aspiring academic, and I want to be an ethnomusicologist, so studying all things to do with how music relates to identities, culture, practice, theology, sociologies, and everything else in between. If it's got music in it, I'm interested, and that's where I want to be. So to tie into that, it's like I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a musician, and I produce music and things. And yeah, it's like I don't know anything about film. That's like my greatest like I love all things art, but I still haven't managed to get into film. But yeah, you can usually find me at the top of a hill or at the ice rink, with like doing a little bit of figure skating or something like that, or you'll find me in a museum or a library. That's my home, that's where I belong. But yeah, so for ThriveCasters, it'd be really interesting to talk about how all of these interests that we have and the interests that I have, how they relate to youth issues currently. You know, right now there's a big focus on things like youth violence, but there's also the fact that, you know, we feel a lot of disconnect between young people and authorities, between young people in amongst ourselves, and all of the diversity that we have. Like, as you know, both you guys are saying, you know, it's like I'm half Moroccan, half English, and yes, I've got my own weird identities and how I try to fit in or don't fit in, and all of the discussions around that. And I think everybody, regardless of whether or not we're diaspora or not, we're all struggling right now to fit in, because the world is changing so fast and there's just so much going on. Yeah, I would love to talk about all of these identity issues and all of these, like the sociology of what's going on, and facilitating like really good conversations between like policymakers and people who are making changes, but yeah, addressing that disconnect that we have between authority and young people. So is there anything that you guys like would really, really love to talk about?
Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah, I want it to be like a youth-led platform. So like I said, a lot of the issues that young people are going through, and they feel like they can't speak about it, or they feel like maybe social media isn't the right space to discuss it. Maybe this could be a space where we can kind of bring all those ideas and all those issues into this space. And like you said, you get the policymakers, you get the experts in, and we just ask the questions on your behalf. And then from there, you have like this knowledge base that you can kind of come back to whenever you need, and it can just kind of help you through your journey into adulthood, and yeah, into kind of establishing yourself as a human as well, and just growing as a person. So that would be really cool. If you have liked what we have spoken about today and you want to listen and get involved, please follow us on Instagram at onpointwm. Also follow the hashtag ThriveCasters. And if you want to email us as well at any point in time as well, just to get in touch, please email us at thrive@onpoint.community. And yeah, get in touch, get to know us. Our doors are always open, because this is your platform as well as ours. So yeah.
Can't wait to get started on this. We'll see you guys very soon.